So good evening, everyone. Welcome on tonight's call. This is the mentorship call, leadership and strategy called Preparing for the Week Ahead. Now, you need to set a goal. You see, the challenge with most of us is that we live every single year. We don't have a goal. We don't have direction. We don't have where we're going in life. We don't have anything that we wake up to. All right. Now, because I don't know, you remember the story of Alice in the Wonderland? So Alice asked the cat for direction, and the cat said, "Where are you going to?" What was Alice's response? Alice said, "Anywhere." Then the cat said, "Then it doesn't matter. If you're going anywhere, any road will lead you there. If you're going anywhere, any road will lead you there. If you're going anywhere, it doesn't matter the road that you take. Any road will lead you anywhere." So what is your goal? And I want you to write this down. You can type it in on the chat box, the acronym for the word go. Go out and leave. Go out and leave. Go out and leave. Type it down on the chat box. Goal. Go out and leave. Go out and leave. Goal. Go out and leave. That's the acronym for the word go. Go out and leave. The reason why most people are not leaving, some people are just existing. Everyone on the call, can you please type that in on the chat box? This is a mentorship call. Can you type that in on the chat box? A mentor does not give you advice. A mentor gives you instructions. All right. And the mentor leaves you at the point of your last obedience. All right. A mentor does not give you suggestions. A mentor does not give you suggestions. A mentor gives you instructions. Everyone on the call, type it on the chat box. Go out and leave. Go out and leave. Most people are not leaving. Most people are just existing. All right. Most people are just existing. And why are a lot of people existing and not living? Because they don't have goals. They don't have any reason to wake up. So you see people that wake up in their morning, their heads are bowed down as they walk on the streets, their shoulders are, just drop this way. There's no excitement, there's no spring on their steps, there's no excitement about life. Why is that? They do not have a goal. All right, they are not going anywhere. Life is just like a ship without a rudder. It's just being tossed to and fro by the wind on the high sea. So goal gives your life direction. Goals give your life direction. It says, write the vision and make it plain that he might run who reads it. It says, without a vision, the people perish. Another translation puts it this way. It says, without a vision, people lose discipline. And like Socrates will say, an undisciplined life is an insane life. An undisciplined life is an insane life. All right. Without a vision, when you don't have a vision, you don't have boundaries. There are no boundaries for your life. Anything goes. So if you don't have a vision, someone can call you by 10 o'clock in the morning. Hey, what are you doing today, Mr. Aziz? Say, I'm not doing anything. Okay, can you come and accompany me? Let's go to Kafanchan. And you just jump into the car. Why? You don't have a vision. So no boundaries. No boundaries. You live your life haphazardly. You're not going anywhere. You don't have vision. You don't have boundaries in your life. Anything goes. But you see, if you have a vision, all right? If you have a vision, I have a vision. I didn't just set this goal for nothing. I set this goal while I was in Maryland in the United States in December. I set this goal for myself. This is a very humongous goal. Why is it a very humongous goal? Because I've never earned 10 million naira before. So, but what gave me the temerity, what gave me the audacity to set this kind of goal? Because I already said, you're the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too difficult for you to do? Hello? Have you ever read that? You are the Lord, the God of all flesh. That's Jeremiah talking now. Is there anything too difficult for you to do? Now, if your goal if your goal doesn't scare you, then you don't need God. Set your goal so high that it scares you. Set your goal so high that it scares you. I mean, I can't set a goal of $10,000. I can achieve that by myself. $1 million, I can 500, I can achieve that by myself. Okay? But when it comes to this figure, I need grace. Somebody type on the chat box, I need grace. When it comes to this figure, I need grace. Now, someone is wondering, I got this $1 bill. I actually wanted to come back with some $10 bills. I don't know what happened at the airport, and I don't know. So I want because if this was a $10 bill, I would have just put the comma. But now, so this was a $1 bill, and I converted it to 10 million. So I have this $1 bill, and I converted it to 10 million. Why did I do this? Because I have seen this work. How many of us we read the book, The Secret? All right. So the main character in The Secret, Jack, got a $10 note and put 6 zeros behind it, pasted it on his ceiling so that when he wakes up and looks up every morning, he sees 10 million. The last thing he sees before he goes to bed, 10 million. So I have this, I carry it about in my wallet. I'm looking at it every day. I have another one, on the wall of my bedroom where if I turn at night, where I will see. If I look straight, where I will see, I have it there. The major places I will go to in the morning, I have this there. Why? Because I need to be seeing it. It's a principle and it's scriptural. All right? I need to be seeing it. It says, as we behold him as in a mirror, we are transformed into his image. So as you constantly behold your goals, you're seeing where you're going to. All right? You hold that picture in your mind. It says he will give you the desires of your heart. So do you have a desire? Do you have a desire? What is your goal? What is your goal in terms of money? Tonight, this is the Wealth Hub. We're talking about money. In terms of money, what is your goal for this year? In terms of money, do you have it written down? Is it clear? Is it clear? Do you know it? If I wake you by 2 a.m. and says, Ezekiel, what is your financial goal for this year? Can you tell me straight without thinking about it? Is it clear to you? What direction is your life going? So goals, go out and live. Those who set goals, they are excited. Now, because I have this goal, I can't wait for 12 midnight or 12 a.m. Tomorrow morning for the markets to open. Why? Because I have a goal. I have this big goal. And it's coming from the foreign exchange market. Shortly, I'm going to start crypto trading. So Fridays, Saturdays, I'll be trading crypto. This is where it's coming from. All right. So I'm excited when it's getting to this time. I can't wait for 12 midnight. All right. I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait for Tuesday. I can't wait for Wednesday. I can't wait for Thursday. I can't wait for Friday. When some people are grumbling, oh, it's Monday. Oh, God, this office work again. I'm excited. Why? Because I have a goal. So what does it do for you? Goals, when you have a goal that excites you, if your goal is not exciting you, your goal is not big enough. If your goal does not excite you, if your goal does not make you afraid in the positive way, all right? In the positive way, such as when you think about it, your heart skips. How am I going to achieve this? All right? If your goal is something you can achieve on your own, you don't need God. You don't need God. And I was listening to a pastor this morning. He says, if you don't pray, then you're proud. So if you don't need God, why are you praying? Mhm. If you don't need God, then there's no reason for prayer. Now, prayer is not just when you spend 1 hour. He says he's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever ask or think according to the power that is at work. Dr. Dupe, I'm going to tell you something that blew my mind yesterday. Something, these principles work, they work. Something happened yesterday that blew my mind. I was at my barber's salon and I was just, while they were barbing my hair, I was just thinking and playing in my mind how I'm going to get here. All right. How much money, how much money I need to put together in terms of equity, how much I need to trade, and all of that. And I got through that. I held that thought. I was just thinking, yeah, that was on Saturday, just planning for the week ahead, for the month ahead, what I need to do. I was planning, okay, tomorrow, how much I need to grow my account to tomorrow, how much I need to take it to by Tuesday, Wednesday, how much I want to withdraw by Friday. I was just playing it on my mind. Then after that, I got into a conversation with someone. And I'm telling you, you won't believe the next thing that happened. And boom, the amount that I needed to be in that account just manifested yesterday. He's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever ask or think or imagine. God answers your thoughts. Our thoughts are prayers. He says he will give you the desires of your heart. What are the desires of your heart? Do you have any desire? He is only committed to giving you the desires of your heart. So if there's nothing you desire, there's nothing for him to give you. This is the desire of my heart for this year. This is the desire of my heart for this year, $10 million. That's the desire of my heart. Now, you don't have to believe it. See, someone says to me, how is it going to happen? I don't know. I just wake up every day, believing, looking at this goal every day, knowing it is already done. Jack, in the secret, did not know how it was going to happen, but he kept this goal. And do you know, over time, he got this contract for this particular movie. Guess how much he was paid? $10 million. I've seen my mentor, Mr. David Immunity, take a $5 bill, turn it to $5 million. He's earned $5 million. When he got that, he did it for 10 million. He's earned 10 million. All right? Now his goal is so big, he's looking forward to buying his private jet for his 40th birthday. It's amazing. So do you have a goal? Why? Because goals put springs on your step. When you see someone who has a goal, he's looking to life with excitement. He's looking to life with expectation. He's excited. He's excited to go out. He wants to go out. He wants to do more. He wants to achieve. He's not afraid. He's not holding back. But someone who doesn't have a goal is scared. They are the ones who pay attention to the news. They are bothered about what Tinubu said. They are bothered about the taxes. Who cares about Tinubu's taxes? He can tax all he wants. If you earn $10 million, do you care how much Tinubu tax? Of course, there are loopholes in that tax code legally not to even pay tax. Yeah, there are loopholes there. So we'll earn this $10 million, he won't be able to tax it. There are things that we can do. Is there in the tax code. Even in the US, Dr. Dupe, I'm sure you know, there are things you do and your tax reduced legally. So what is your goal? Do you have it written down? Are you looking at it every day? Write the vision. Do you have it written down? Make it plain that he may run. So your goals will create boundaries. If you have goals for your money, let's say this year you want to buy land. This year you want to build a house. All right. Do you know that every penny you earn, you channel towards that project? But if is a year, like let's say last year, you didn't set definite goals. You can just spend your money anyhow. You can just spend money anyhow. But when you have a precise goal, what's his name? W. Clement Stone, all right? W. Clement Stone. W. Clement Stone calls it a magnificent obsession. All right. W. Clement Stone was one of the biggest life insurance brokers in the whole world. Dr. Dupe, I'm sure you've read about W. Clement Stone. He calls it the magnificent obsession. Magnificent obsession. Your goal becomes so big that anytime I sit with you, what am I hearing? I'm hearing your goal. Anytime I sit with you, that is the only thing that you're thinking about. That is the only thing that you're talking about. Yeah, the magnificent obsession, W. Clement Stone. All right, you can read that book. And that's the only thing you're talking about. Your life centers about it. Everything. Apostle Paul said, this one thing I do. This one thing, not two things, not three things, not four things. This one thing I do. What is your goal? What direction is your life going in 2020, 2026? Are you just going to allow your life go haphazardly? Are you just going to have... Now, someone just wrote something, say I'm a living experience to that. I'm talking about focus. Now, see, whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you focus on expands. All right? Whatever you focus on expands. I think part of my goal for this year is I'm going to buy a brand new Rolls Royce. How many of us remember that Rolls Royce in Mr. Davis Rolls Royce? I have the pictures. I'm going to have to go and print them out now so I can put them all over my study. Brand new, not Tokumbo. Brand new. All right? Because since I've been thinking about that Rolls Royce, you know, it's expanding in my mind. It's expanding in my mind. Well, and do you know the law of focus? Whatever you focus on expands. When you focus, have you noticed that whenever you desire and you say, I want to buy this car, suddenly anywhere you turn, you see that brand of car, you see the color, the exact same color is now everywhere. Is it that those cars suddenly started appearing on the road? No, they've always been there, but it was not in your consciousness. It was not in your awareness. So your goals bring your desire to your consciousness. Your goals bring your desire to your awareness. And the law of awareness is one of the steps to manifestation, because until you know where you want to go, you can get there. Until you know what you want, where you want to go, you can't get there. So write the vision. Remember where we started from. Write the vision. Have you written the vision down? Have you written the vision down? Is it clear to you? Do not make it small. Write something that scares you. Write something that scares you. Does your vision scare you? Write something that scares you. Don't make it small. Don't make it small. Because when you make it small, if it's something that you can achieve by yourself, then you don't need God. I need God to achieve this. I need God to achieve this. All right? So we're going to come back to part 2. All right? We're going to come back to part 2. But I will be handing over to Prof. Because we want to achieve this. Remember, we have our goals. Everybody has their financial goals. And remember, in the other call, we stated our goal to take $1,000 and grow it to $20,000 in the next 4 months. Some people have already done $3,000. Amarachi did $3,000 between the other week and this and the last week. The gentleman in Maryland did over 1,500 or about $2,000. All right. So people are already way on their way to that goal. So we're going to come back to that, but Professor Ezekiel is going to come in now and is going to take another 10 to 15 minutes and is going to refresh our mind on risk management. Remember, we're Forex traders. It's going to refresh our mind on risk management. One of the greatest apostles of all time, he says, I bring to your remembrance. I bring to your remembrance. So as we go into this week, remember, we can never win all our trades. All right? We can't win all our trades. But the important thing is that in World Up 2.0, we have about 98% win rate. All right. I think the previous week that ended, we had about 2 or 3 stop losses of all the trades that we called on the week. That's a good rate. All right. So proper risk management keeps you focused so your money keeps growing on a consistent basis. So with that being said, let me put 222s on the chat box for Prof. Prof, you're on the call, you can take it away. Prof will do 10, 15 minutes of risk management, then I'll come back and wrap it up. Prof, you have the floor. Prof, your mic is muted. Okay, hold on, Prof. You're not co-host. Okay. You know, I had left. Let me make you co-host. All right, Prof, you're now co-host. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I celebrate you, my superstar mentor, showing us the pathway on a daily basis. Please celebrate our mentor, my mentor. Put fire emoji, put 222, put celebration emoji. Please do that in the next in the next 60 seconds. Please, let's do that. 222, fire emoji, keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. Let's do that quickly. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What you celebrate, you attract. We celebrate our superstar mentor today, and definitely will attract that same grace, that grace of $10 million. All right, is super, super possible. It's very, very possible, but no problem. We will definitely catch up with him as soon as possible. All right. So I'll be sharing my screen, and please, in education, I think I did a little bit of education before the banking. There's this mantra we said, reputation strengthens knowledge. And since money management is one of the core aspects in what we are about on foreign exchange markets, we know that repetition is going to strengthen our knowledge so much more. Sometimes you do some things on this market, and by the time you go back, you now be wondering, did I actually do this? But I know this now. But if something has actually, maybe there was like a meeting like this now before you enter the market, and that was mentioned again, it helps you to remember. All right. I remember when I like to do some, train, just to keep repeating a lot of things like that. It helps it to stick, So on risk management, this is just our secret code to securing profit, to profitability. So it's about 4 pillars, but I'm not going to do 4 pillars because it's two-faced to this now. At least our chairman has given us what we need for the first. So on this part now, let me just focus on our goal. In terms of goals now, our daily goals is actually to make how much on a daily basis. Okay, this is my pen. All right, our daily goals based on the last meeting we had is to, let's say, from $1,000, we make $250 from $1,000, and we were expected to use 0.1 lot size if that is the account size. That was what we are looking at. So yes, let me write it very bold so that it will be in sync. All right, goal is what we are talking about, both the physical goal, the financial goal, and then this is our trading goal. I like this one now. So we need to add this to the curriculum of Forex, like trading plan. And, this is trading goals now. So our trading goal for this month is to make $25. All right, we make $25. Oh, where's my dollar sign? We try to make $25. Okay, nice. $25, and we try and fund our account.
$250 if we're at
$250.
1,000, not 20.
So sorry, I wrote it there on the screen. So we fund our account with $1,000 minimum, and then we try to make $250. All right, with a single trade or with all the trades for the day. Once you hit $250, you're good to go. Then we're looking at how 20 pips can deliver 20 pips at 0.1 to give us that for 3 positions. So that is how that goal was defined. All right. So now, what do you have to do? Yes, the goal is already set. So what do we need to do here? What does this $25 represent? This is, simply in the 4 pillars of risk management. We have the risks per capital, we have the risks, per trade, we have the risk to reward, and then we have the maximum exposure. But let me just go to the aspect of risks per capital. So what's our capital here? Our capital is $1,000. And then what is $250 to $1,000, which is our risk, our capital. That's the capital we have. So what is 250 to that? 250 to that is simply 25%, right? Do you agree with me? If you agree with me, please put 1 on the chat box. Let me be sure we are on the same page. How many persons put just 1? 1 is just a digit. All right. So if you agree with me, put 1. Okay, so that's 25%. So now to be able to calculate the possibility of being able to make this $250, all right, in a safe zone, I'm putting it as safe zone, making this $250 in a safe zone, because yes, that's the goal, that's the target, but you have to make it in a safe zone. Safe zone, all right? Everybody put safe zone on the chat box. Safe zone. That's what you're looking for, but you have to aim for that in a safe zone. So how do you do that in a safe zone? So now let's look at that now. So the what we always employ the risk, all right? Then our loss, stop loss distance, and times 10. That's what we apply to be able to know what should be our contract size. All right, contract size is already defined. But you have to approach this in a safe zone. All right, because it's your level of expertise too that determines what lot size you can manage. Not everybody is in the level of managing 0.1 lot size. It's not everybody. All right, chairman can manage any lot size comfortably, but he didn't start today. He started 17, 18 years ago. So he can manage any lot size comfortably. But someone who is just starting up this month, or maybe started for a quarter now, might not be up to the level of managing 0.1 lot size, contract size. Let me use that word so it will sync with you. Contract size comfortably. So what do? Then we apply. So let's apply this now. Let's apply this. So we're applying this. Don't forget. So in applying this now, is it going to paste? Okay. Yes. So now let's apply this. I took it out. So what is our risk? Our risk is 25%. Our risk, we've calculated this to this, is 25%. So we bring it in and say our risk, it's, I'm shifting this downward. We'll do this calculation tomorrow together, so don't miss tomorrow's class. So I'm just going to give you a guide to hit. So based on this guide now, we'll be able to do this calculation faster, but let's get it right. So the risk is 25%, So we are bringing in that's 25%. The amount, all right, what 25% is going to give us is $250. So $250. Then let's take our average lot size distance. Most time is always 100. Is always 100. So our average is always 100. But please, this lot size, make sure you know that lot size. You know, when chairman calls the lot size. So how do you know that? For anyone that is joining us, maybe for the first time, that does not know how to calculate the lot size, I'll just open this trading view and just do a little summary around that quickly. So how to calculate lot size here, it's simple, but I needed to bring you to the chart. So on the chart now, look at where the price is. Okay, market close at 4596. All right, so let's say a chairman called a buy, and then he gave us a lot size of about 100 pips. All right, how do you know it's 100 pips? You should be able to calculate this. So I'll just say this. So 4596 to 4597 is 10 pips. All right, 4596, right? 4596 to 4597 is what? Equals to what now? 10 pips. 10 pips. So that's 10 pips. Then let's now flow now. So let's say 4596. There's my arrow. 4596 to 4598. What's going to be the pips? What's the pips value there? All right. Pips value is 20 pips. If you're writing it on the chart, then that means you're following. Then the same 4596 to 4597. 4596 to 4597, the pips value is going to be 30 pips. So 4596 to 4599 is the pips value is going to be 40 pips, and then 4596 to 45 okay 99 then to 600 4600. All right, 4600. Sorry, I made a mistake there. 4600. Let me write that out. 4596 to 4600. So the pips value there is going to be 40. All right, 40 pips. So that not gives you an idea. If it's a buy, you calculate the lot size to the downside. All right, if it's a buy, you calculate the lot size from this now 4596, calculate it downward. If it's a sell, all right, if it's a sell, your profit is to the downside, then your stop loss is to the upside. You calculate it to the upside. So just the same difference. Does every movement, every one movement per price is 10 pips. Every one movement per price is 10 pips. I'm trying to say it in a way that it will be simple for you. All right. I don't want to start doing prepared unit tens, and no, that will be long story for now. So every one movement per price is 10 pips. Every one movement per price is 10 pips. So that's why we were doing this calculation. See, the difference between this and this is just one, and that one, the pips value is 10. So when we now jump from here to 4600, pips value becomes 40. So if we want to put the stop loss to the downside, 100 pips, that's just simply going to be 4596 minus 10. It's going to be 4596 minus 10. It's as simple as that. So 4596 minus 10 will give us what now? It's going to give us 4586. That's what it's going to be. So you look for your stop loss, and you put your stop loss at 4586. 86 is going to be somewhere here. All right, 86 will be somewhere around here. So you type that as your stop loss. But what you want to pick out from there is that gives you 100 pips. What was the pips value of this one now? The pips value between what we just did right now, pips value, the pips value is it equals 100 pips. That's the pips value. So that's how we know the pips value. All right. So by the time he posts with the way the entry come and stated stop loss SL, just check that SL away from the entry. Check it away from the entry. That is how you know. And let's say the entry is this 4596 we've been talking about since, and your stop loss is going to be what? 4586 for 100 pips. That's what it is. And if you calculate, the movement per price distance from the entry price, and it's more than 100 pips, that is what you are considering as your stop loss distance to be able to play safe, to know whether 0.1 lot size is safe for you at your level. All right, at your level, 0.1 comfortably. But if you're new, do take the proper lot size. If you're like a month old, take the proper lot size so that you can be safe. All right, so because anyone taking this recommended lot size, he knows what to do to, to still come out in profit. All right, we heard from Mrs. Amara yesterday. She did some amazing things, so you will know what to do to escape. But if you are new, once you see red, your brain will not even settle anymore, and that is going to affect you really bad. All right, so now we've known how we came about this stop loss distance, which is 100, based on the entry and the stop loss distance. We've known how we come about that. So you must be able to quickly use your mind and calculate that. I don't say you should write that down. Use your brain to quickly form every one movement. Every movement, one movement per price is 10 pips. One movement per price is 10 pips, or one tick per price is 10 pips. Just move like that and quickly know what is the stop loss distance. So I'm using 100 for example. So 100 times 10 is going to give us what? That's going to give us 1,000. That's giving us 1,000. Let me go back to this now. So that gives us 1,000. So that gives us 1,000. So we have that 250 divided by 1,000. That will give us the lot size we have to use. That's going to give us the lot size we have to use. So what does that give us? Anybody doing that calculation for us to know what lot size we should use? All right, so we have here 0. Our lot size is going to be 0. Is actually 0.25. That is the maximum lot size. All right, max. All right, out of this max now, distribution, let's distribute this lot size. This is the max. So distribution now, based on distribution, we're distributing this lot size. Why am I saying distribution? Because we are not taking one position. All right, distribution. So based on distribution now, if it is 3 positions, right? Oh my, sorry. If it's 3 position, your first position and take is going to take out of this 0.25. This 0.25, your maximum lot size. Your first position will take 0.01. All right, you see. Then second position would also take 0. Is also going to take 0.1. Sorry, 0.1 rather. And your third position, most of those trade comes in 3 positions. Your third position is going to take what? It's going to take 0.05. And the total of this still goes back to the total of this goes back to the maximum lot size that is suitable for this target. All right, the total of this will still go back to 0.25. Do you understand this lot size? LS, right? 0.25 lot size. That still comes back to the maximum of 0.25. So if you are running with 3 positions and the first is 0.1, second 0.1, third one you are still using 0.1, you know you've crossed boundary. All right, you have crossed boundary. So it's either the first one is 0.05 while you're testing the water, in case that is at the upper, the upper bound. All right, and then you are waiting for the lower bound. Test the water. You can use 0.05 for the first one. All right, then second one, your second entry 0.1, your third entry 0.1. So in total, on this now, we've established that yes, we are looking at an average, because if you look for the average of this, is still 0.1. We are looking for an average of 0.1 per position. All right, but for every 3 position, we are not taking anything above the standard, and our standard is going to be 0.25 in total. If you understand this, put 0.25. If you understand this, put 0.25. I'm going to start tomorrow, elaborate it and take more time.
I think Prof is having slight challenge with his network, but I think it's basically done. So tomorrow we're going to go in details in terms of risk management, lot sizing, so that we make sure you're doing the right thing. Because why some people don't make money, even with good trades, is because they go gagas with their risk management and they end up blowing the account. So we don't want any of that. We want everyone to be able to do well, and earn money. So our time is far gone. The second part of the training that I wanted to take, we will be moving into another session. All right. So let me know if you got value, so much value tonight. Let me go ahead and stop the recording. Let me know if you got value. Let me know if you got value. Type value on the chat box. Let's know if you got value. Type value on the chat box if you got value. If you got value, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So the real demonstration of the value you got is in